but couldn't cop it. Hops only bought the pants, poor as hell. Duracell couldn't cop a top, quick to get it hot. Hot as a copper pot. Bird beak squawking like a Moswell cobble pot. Last year was probably not. Last year probably not. Worldwide trolley stops. I poly with polyglots. Every time I rock the whole spot, getting mollywop. Style chronologically hard to plot. As a kid, I used to get hyped for touching the backboard. Now I'm dunking from half court. I don't need a passport or luggage when I'm astroplaning. People see Jack stunting and get aggravated. Same people said they ain't going past the payment. Now me and Tune parlaying as they pass the payment. With big time records, I reckon you recollect it. Every time I wreck it, on record, so best respect it.
Please and thank you. And now, wonderful audience, yeah, on behalf of the Cortez boys, I bring to you Dawn Death.
Rock with it. I gave your baby mama long did it. Chicks be on the head like a Red Sox fitted. If the bra stick, I guarantee that Dawn hit it. Then we watch the chronicles of Riddick, cause I'm authentic. I'm not finished, I'ma push the game beyond limit. Cortez 3, best believe, yeah, we all in it. You're in the wrong business, everything you drop timid. All I got for you is raw lyric when the gods spit it. Fuck a critic, I'll throw you off the Zachem Bridge. Read them dangerous, Cambridge kids, and we came to live. Raid the fridge, eat a whole plate of ribs. Then I'm dipping with a chick that speaks 7 languages. This is what it is, now and forever. We counting the cheddar, my whole team is down for whatever. Y'all are bound to get severed and locked down in the cellar. Signing record deals, I need 100,000 or better. Cortez 3, Dawn Death in effect. Jack the Rapper, Supervision, Super Spittin', Boston to Vegas. Let's go.
We'll start from the top, and we'll move downwards from there.
Alright, and then she explained to me, she said,
Kick it, dig it, yeah. Goodness me. Look who it is.
Yo, despite my years of education, I never lost my intelligence. Elected to send sentences and been relevant ever since. The elements of hip-hop ever present when I press a pen. Impressive friends, that's how I started. Now I just go fucking in. I bounce to my own drum. Biggest fears being numb. Start to become, I hope my feet will find the beat again. Points always thought I'd never need to ever beat it in. A dissident, indifferent to shit I ain't implicit in. Listen to different music, stay increasing dopamine and steady leaning, no codeine in. I'm leaning towards learning meaning. As I dream it, you can stream it, download it or leave it. Buy a dub or to steal it, try it, love it and feel it. I believe that anytime me and Supervisor conceive it, it's intriguing, always superseding previous releases. Read the reason people see it and believe in succeeding. As long as I am breathing, it is big buck season, yo. Black and blue, the avenue.
Did just what we had to do.
The rabbit tube is back and at a grand new magnitude. The latitudes are changing
As the aptitude is gaining.
Not the first installation, still a brand new sensation. Yo, black and blue, the avenue.
Did just what we had to do.
The rabbit tube is back and at a grand new magnitude. The latitudes are changing
As the aptitude is gaining.
Not the first installation, still a brand new sensation.
Grinding from the get-go till my Venmo hit crescendo. Could tell from the innuendo where his mental is in general. This is never incidental, intentional and essential. From everything that I've been through to anything I'd ascend to, I attend to my task with a vigor this monumental. With the right state of mind, it isn't too hard to get through. Don't give a shit nor pretend to, it isn't too consequential. What is the heart you muster to fuck with the shit that sent you. I would bet you a Whopper sandwich propagandist would brandish any sneaky tactics to drag the kid to the canvas. But my mannishness is hazardous to those who live in cowardice. The only way to handle this is banishment and cannon spit. You can't exist the way you want to while in my presence. Need more balance in your essence for them violent intentions. Gun flap that gun clap bats, water off a duck's back. Swing at me, I duck that. Think of me, I rush back.
Yo,
just
black and
like
blue,
that.
the avenue.
Did just what we had to do.
The rabbit tube is back and at a grand new magnitude. The latitudes are changing
As the aptitude is gaining.
Not the first installation, still a brand new sensation. Yo, black and blue, the avenue.
Did just what we had to do.
The rabbit tube is back and at a grand new magnitude. The latitudes are changing
As the aptitude is gaining.
Not the first installation, still a brand new sensation. As a kid, my favorite candy was a bag of Apollos. Now an apple grows in my rare bottle of Calvados. Raps made Alamode, underground catacomb. My radioactivity opposite of Los Alamos. Black parties and tight clothes, fashion shows. Your fashion needs a chaperone, so all the facts are known. So keep your asses home until I say it's safe to roam.
You gotta use it or lose it, boo. Brains atrophy from lack of use. Attacking active attributes with packs of anti-abuse. Slide up out that pantsuit, yeah. Now watch your man get loose. Stay handing out the truth and rep my family and the boot. The super gets it poppin', rock the freshest compression stockings. Extra expensive condoms, the center successes on them. Blessings upon them that want the best for the squadron. We gon' cook up something special for the heads that's been watching.
Yo, black and blue, the avenue.
Did just what we had to do.
The rabbit tube is back and at a grand new magnitude. The latitudes are changing
As the aptitude is gaining.
Not the first installation, still a brand new sensation. Yo, black and blue, the avenue.
Did just what we had to do.
The rabbit tube is back and at a grand new magnitude. The latitudes are changing
As the aptitude is gaining.
Not the first installation, still a brand new sensation.
Hey, yo. Kung Fu
Hey.
Drew is in the house.
Word up.
Bonafide is in the house.
Is in the house.
Y'all sound good over there. Damn. It's been a while.
We back.
HipHopHeads podcast,
Hey.
thecryptonline.com.
And don't forget Vega's in the house.
I am here. I'm all around the house.
Vega Genesis.
Mr. Vega Genesis up in here. Follow me on Instagram.
The
Hosted
Domo
whole
Genesis.
video game.
How y'all been, man?
Been good. It's been a while.
Yeah, same.
good to
Keeping
hear.
well. I missed this.
Yeah. So we're going to do this now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so we've been listening to our friend the Supervisor's new album.
That's what you just heard. We heard there's a Supervisor. The last two joins, the Key Card and the Two, Part 2. He's got a new album out called The Cortez 3.
That's right.
The last installment of his Cortez series, which we'll talk to you about here in a minute. Drew, how are you, man?
I'm quite well. Yeah, I've been
You
keeping.
also got another album out, too, Methadone Miles.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's doing really well as well, right?
Yeah, man, we dropped that. Me and my man Chairman Chow dropped that little concept album in I want to say July, and yeah, it did quite well, man. We got a little press, and we actually ended up raising a bunch of money for a bunch of for two specific charities to
Yeah.
work out there on Methadone.
If
Mile.
I can cut you off for 1
Yeah,
second,
go
though,
for
can
it,
you
brother.
please let people know what the Methadone Mile actually is and
Yeah,
like what the
man.
concept of the album
Totally,
is? You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So for
some
those-
people might not know.
For sure. So for those who are unfamiliar, Methadone Mile in Boston is basically like our version of Skid Row. And it's just rugged out there. I mean, it's this stretch of Mass Ave and Southampton Street that's over by BMC. So, like, if you continue down Mass Ave towards where, like, Lower Roxbury meets Dorchester, it's just this kind of no man's land where there's a lot of methadone clinics, right, which is where it gets its namesake. And it's just become worse and worse over the years, you know. It's where all
You're
the-
saying as far as like the people who are occupying that area.
Yeah, the amount of people who are occupying the area and the amount of people who are homeless out there and just like straight up drug seeking. you
Yeah.
know? So like if so I went to UMass Boston for college and
So
like
you're
I
right
would,
down the street.
I would drive down Mass Ave and I would sometimes like just go that way and I would see like one or two people like kind of panhandling at the intersection, and then over the years it's gone from like one or two to like 15 or 20 to like hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah,
of
it's
people out on
bad
the
down
street.
there.
Yeah, really, really bad. And so, we decided to just kind of approach that from like, both me and Chairman Chow got experience with people around there. He grew up not too far from there, right down the street in Dorchester. And so we just kind of like dove into the subject matter of something that I felt like was not being touched upon in rap music here in Boston, and just like went all the way in with this little EP and raised a bunch of money for Pine Street Inn and for healthcare for the homeless.
That's
Both
what's up.
organizations that are helping people survive out there and also get off the Ave.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Try to help as many as possible. Yeah, and that album's dope as hell too.
Thanks,
I mean,
man.
you got to give people a chance. You can't just be bombarding people with the new music so quickly.
Yeah, man. Well, I wanted to. I feel like in today's atmosphere, like that's how it's going. You just got to keep it pushing. Like people's releases don't get as long of a push as they used to. Like people move on from new releases pretty quickly. So I'm going to continue to push this Methadone Mile shit, but
Yeah, you used to be able to put out an album and it would stay hot for like a year, you know,
Totally.
or something like that, or maybe even longer, depending on what was going on. But now it's like it's seconds.
I mean, I know we were young back then, but like I remember like Muddy Waters coming out, and I didn't take it out of my CD player for like 2
Months.
years. Yeah, I straight up listened to Redman's Muddy Waters for like a year and a half, 2 years nonstop. Same thing with like Liquid Swords,
Yeah,
Iron Man,
same.
right? A lot of those albums, and now it's just a different atmosphere. So I feel like I have to just kind of be on the attack.
No, there's nothing wrong with consistency,
that's good,
though.
man. You gotta, and you stay fresh. You keep doing new things. You know
that
what
way
I mean?
people don't forget about you. You know, stay relevant.
And
you know,
I mean, comparing those two albums, they're not the same on any level.
No,
you
they're
know,
not at all.
different.
The sound is different. Everything about them is much different. You know what I mean?
by the way, everybody, go check out that Methadone Miles and do some.
Yeah.
Donate some money or something.
You can go to methadonemyles.com and methadonemyles.com. And right there it has links to donate to either one of those organizations. You DM me or Chairman Chow with the receipt that you donated anything to Healthcare for the Homeless or Pine Street, and we send you the CD.
That's what's up, man. That's
Yep.
awesome.
And then you can purchase it on the Bandcamp, whatever you want to do.
Going back to the Cortez 3, so this is the third installment of these albums. What's the history about these Cortez albums?
So me and Don Def just like randomly took a trip out to Vegas to see Jack the Rapper. He was living in an apartment building that was right across the street from the El Cortez, which is an old kind of rundown casino in downtown Vegas by Fremont Street.
Did y'all see that movie that came out a couple years ago about like an old kind of Vegas casino? It had John Hamm in it. It was really good.
What was it?
I'll look that up. Keep
All right.
keep talking about this.
Well, anyway, we popped out there and we're like, boom, we're just going to record music. So we just recorded probably 10 tracks while we were out there.
In Las Vegas.
In Vegas at Jack's crib, like with the window overlooking the Cortez. And then, we were just like, boom, we'll just call it the El Cortez, right? The album.
Makes sense.
And then a few years later, I popped back out there to continue recording with Jack. Don Def wasn't with me, but we used all Don Def beats. He provided the entire soundtrack. So Cortez 2, 15 tracks, all produced by Don Def. That was just me and Jack. And then finally, like right before the pandemic came, I was like, all right, let's do one more. Me and Jack had been talking a lot about doing a new record. We both were interested in reaching out to the Doppelgangers for some production. I had made contact with them and made an arrangement to get some beats from them.
That's pretty big right there.
Yeah, I mean, how did that even go down?
Yeah, honestly, it's just from like being a fan of their music, going to shows, and just like talking to them, just chopping it up. Like they had a show, they were opening up for Large Professor, and he was doing a Breaking Atoms like reunion kind of tour or whatever.
How did I miss this?
Yeah, right in NY, and I was like, oh, I got to go to this. So I just went down to New York and peeped it. I'm like, where Doppelgangers opening? And afterwards, I just ended up hanging out with these guys for a little while. I was like, listen, I really want some beats. They're like, listen, just reach out. Boom. We made it happen from there.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah,
that
man.
they actually followed through with it,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they were good. They're good dudes, man. They're solid individuals. I've always...
And speaking of the Doppelgangers, are they going to be at this show that you're having this week?
Yes.
Oh, what a transition.
That was a great transition.
Oh,
So
boy.
that worked out really well, man,
I ain't
because
skipped a beat.
so as I was putting together this album for release, I'm like, damn, all right, so the album's getting ready to release. And also I got this show coming up, and also like there's space for a headliner. Like I can get a headliner for this show, so who am I going to, well, I guess I'll just reach out to the Doppelgangers and see what the status is. And they were like, hey, listen, we haven't like toured yet. We haven't like done a show since the pandemic hit. We're not really sure if we want to go out yet. And I was like, all right, well, I'm just throwing it out there. And like a day or two later, they got back to me like, you know what? We'll do it. And I'm
That's
like,
dope.
all right, this is perfect. So now I got my record release show happening October 8th, and the Doppelgangers are coming up to headline. And I got production from them on the album. Like, it
We'll
all
be
just
there.
came together. Yeah. It's
How
gonna
many
be
beats
super
did they
tight.
do on the album?
They just did 3. We just got 3 beats from them. There's 11 tracks altogether. All the rest
Just three, he says. Oh, I only got 3 from the Doppelgang. No big deal. But they're just sharking us.
Yeah, straight sharktopus. But yeah, I mean they gave us 3 bangers, and then we got the rest from my man Northside Dro, as you all may be familiar with.
Wait a minute, outro?
That's right.
The Belly of the Beast.
Belly of the Beast. That's
What?
right. Northside Dro, a.k.a. Belly of the Beast. My day one.
Can I say the album is very cohesive Jelani mentioned that the other day. But it really is. It blends together really well. And you honestly, when I was listening to it, I was trying to be like, oh, which beat was by the Doppelgangers? I couldn't tell.
Oh, really?
Because it was just, everything about it was just, it's a smooth record.
I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I think that it was a good combination. Like Dro, obviously Dro doesn't have the name the Doppelgangers has, but he's just as talented of a producer.
And he's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah. And he has a very clean sound the same way they do, you know? Like they have this incredible combination of like clean and dirty, right? Where it's like, oh, that sample is like gritty, but like somehow they made that come out crystal clear. Like it sounds like it should be on the radio. And Dro has that same kind of talent.
He really is underappreciated or just unknown, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't pushed it, but you know.
But whenever he does, he's once again, 20 years he's been nasty with it. So I mean,
he's been nice with it for a minute. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, man. I feel like the album did come out very cohesively. I had it mixed by my man D Phrase, who's doing big things right now too. He's actually got a big record out right now with Oompa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. D Phrase is my engineer.
Friday.
That's right. And
she actually what's the name of that? You know the name of that one, Jelani?
I don't know. I don't know the name of all the songs off the top of the dome, but that's an album I've played like 4 times.
Yeah, she's about to blow up.
Yeah, well, that is.
And she unfortunately has a show the same night as us at the Paradise.
Oh, are you kidding me?
But it's later at night. Our show starts early, and her show's like a late.
Might have to do a little double dip.
Yeah, no shit.
I would love to go see. Hey, listen.
But big up to her.
Let's see what we can do.
Yep.
I mean, unfortunately, she took up half of the weekend, and then your album took up the other half of the weekend. So it was like, damn, I can't listen to nobody else. I'm busy.
But yeah, this show is going to be big. We got not only do we have me and the Doppelgangers there, but we have King Arthur, Oak Lone Tree, Deese, Relentless.
Oh wow,
Don Def,
the Dunners.
What?
That's right, the Dunners are going to be in the house. My man Title Friction and his man Jay Lover coming up. Queen's Elite.
Oh,
what? And then my man Honest and Pillsy Beats are also going to be there.
Really?
Yep. Real
Have you told
shit.
people where the show is?
It's at Starlight Square. So this is a free show. It starts at 6 p.m. on this Friday, October 8th. It starts at 6. It's early. It goes 6 to 9. But it's outdoors at Starlight Square, which is this outdoor venue that's right behind the graffiti alley there in Central Square.
Oh, no shit.
Behind where Manhattan's used to be and the H Mart is right now. Yep.
I had to ask, too. I was like, where the hell is Starlight Square?
I know.
We'll be there, though. We'll be there.
It's the back lot.
It's the back lot. It's basically just a parking lot that was turned into an outdoor venue, man. It's sick.
I'm excited.
Yep.
It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of ill heads there, too. Like, obviously, the HipHopHeads podcast, people are going to be there, which is the biggest deal. But a lot of, like, the whole scene's going to be there. A lot of sick producers and MCs going to be there outside of who's performing.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's going to be the place to be.
Boston will be out there.
Yeah, it's going to be real.
The name of Oompa's new album is Unbothered.
Unbothered, that's what it is, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant that track.
Oh, no.
My bad. I could have told you the album name. Yeah. So far, so good, man. I've listened to it a few times, like I said, and it just gets better and better. I feel so good, that we have good representation, people coming out of the Boston area,
Yeah, I mean, the HipHopHeads podcast,
I mean, we may be in a bit of a golden age here, man.
You might be right.
Like, I think that we're coming into a golden age, maybe, like, where Boston really comes into its own. Because, I feel like kind of a veil has been lifted. Like, there used to just be a lot of kind of sectarianism. Like, people just were not open to their neighbors' rap. They only were into their own and their crew stuff. And now it's like there's a lot more love. Like, Millie's blew up.
Yeah.
This dude's constantly pushing anyone from Boston. He's really big into it. And everon else has
you
kind
make
of
a
followed
point
suit.
there.
SD Knack is blowing up.
Yeah,
Knack's blowing up.
Killing it.
Yep. Davino.
I was going to say Al Davino.
Really doing his thing. So there's a lot of people doing their thing, but also they're like...
Skunks as well? I'm not sure if you guys fuck with him.
I'm not familiar.
No, I'm not.
I'll put you guys on.
I was just checking out Cousin Stiz the other day. Like, I've been familiar with his work for a long time, but I was like, let me just pull him up on Spotify right now. This dude has like 12 million monthly listeners.
Whoa. Oh, no, he's a big deal.
He's a big deal. I didn't realize how big of a deal he was.
Yeah.
The young cats like him, I think.
Yeah. That's Boston right there.
Right.
That's us being successful. This is new to me. And I'm happy for it.
Maybe that's on us, though. We should really try to search out these other acts that are from the Boston area, and we should do better to support them.
No, we should do. We absolutely should. But I just feel like the barriers to that no longer exist. Like that internal barrier I used to have, where I was like, I only roll with my crew. Like
I know what you're saying, though.
We're ill, and whoever else is like a tier below me.
Yeah.
You know, I no longer hold that attitude, and I feel like that attitude is no longer prevalent.
Yeah, that's a better attitude to have.
It's a much better feel. Man.
Maybe that just comes with the growth of doing it for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But I feel it in the younger kids too. You know, when I meet these younger cats, it feels like it's all peace. Like I don't feel that apprehension.
Yeah, back in the day, it wasn't like that. It was
it was standoffish.
It was hostile,
yeah, straight up.
But do you remember when we had M. Dot on, and he was just talking about him and his crew and how they work together and do everything together? Like that even seemed like they were more of a, you know, just kind of rooting for each other kind of environment. You know what I mean?
M. Dot's a fantastic example of the attitude I'm talking about.
And you need to do that. You know what I mean?
Where he's just like, every time you see that dude, he's got a good attitude.
Positive.
He's always trying to push everyone else forward. Anything you're doing, he's like, good for you. Keep going.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Hits you up all the time. Hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? Just a good gentleman.
He makes me feel bad that I'm a shitty person. I'm just like, damn.
No, he's never too cool. And I think that a lot of the problem was a lot of people we were all too cool at one point in time.
Yeah.
And he's not too cool.
No, he was just like, yo, what's going on? He's like, you should keep going. You should work at this.
He's like, yeah, I'm overseas touring, but I'm also right here at home and happy to come out and support whoever.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you run into some good people in this here business.
More and more often, it feels like. So, yeah, I'm excited. Excited about Cortez 3. I'm excited about the record release party. And I got a new record coming probably in a couple months from my man Chairman Chow.
Oh, word.
Called Cattle Guard.
Cattle Guard?
Yeah. Country Western style.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Really?
Get ready.
Oh, gosh.
Peace to Chairman Chow. That's my guy.
Little Supervisor X over here. Watch out.
For real. Break out the chaps.
Oh, shit.
Old Country Drive.
He's going to be rolling down Mass Ave on a horse.
Yo, why don't we, throw some off the album, you know?
You want to hear something, a little song?
Yeah,
let's slap him one.
Yeah.
Hit him with a slapper.
That way I can fix these headphones right quick.
Yeah, do that. You gotta power up.
About to level up.
That too. Boom. Psyched you out for a second.
For the Stripes. Produced by the Doppelgangers. Gangers.
Joint slaps right here.
Riding, cruising down the block today. Never too busy, young ladies. I'm quick to stop and say, howdy, how you doing? Pursue them and see what pops today. Postulate a theorem to steer them into my parking space. Illest crossover since Aerosmith hit with Walk This Way. Now anytime I walk away, she treat it like a holiday. The part I play, inoculate, I play against the talk you say. That's how and why I got to ball harder than Timmy Hardaway. Y'all say you're making moves, but move slower than how I rock the K. I'm Granite State, solid, living free, you're getting shot and saved. Not delayed in any way, shape, or form, caught a fade. Except when knocking lean back, your partner play the rock away. I'm about to say, our motherfuckers just that nice. Sip crown on crushed ice and we don't trust advice. Demand was so high, we had to come back twice. We for the Stripes, Cortez boys, we from that. Gotta have it your way. Truly, no, that's right. Don't let them know you don't play. Ooh, watch me. Do you mean what you say? Truly do. That's a fact. Then let's get this shit today. Right now. Ooh, we are the Stripes, Cortez boys, we from that life. Hey, yo, we don't play. We need more pay. Every day I need 4K, crispy like 4K. Family recipe is gourmet, Boston to Norway. All the dope chicks know my forte. I just lay it down simple and complex. She look good and still fit in a prom dress. God bless, I be flipping the concepts. My biggest fan, she only listen to Don Def. I'm on next. I'm about to cover the map from the front to the back. And yo, it's nothing but crack. All you fake ass rappers, y'all are under attack. I make the whole world bounce when I jump on the track. It's like that. Like that. I bring the customer back. Drums are hitting so loud, it's like I'm dumping a Mac. And yo, it's 3 for the Stripes. I'm just running a lap. You think you taking my spot? You better fucking relax. You gotta have it your way. Truly, no, that's right. Don't let them know you don't play. Ooh, watch me. Do you mean what you say? Truly do. That's a fact. Then let's get this shit today. Ooh, we for the Stripes, Cortez boys, we from that life. People
prime. You out your fucking mind. I'm getting breaded like the OGs recommended from the get-go. Best rapper being himself, Jack Hello. Talk biz with Don, gotta have it like Edo. Hoping my brother Daniel see the heroin and let go. Hoping my Tez brothers get the love we deserving. Still close your fucking curtains if the words ain't working. Always mean what I say. If I didn't, I wouldn't say it. Talk it the way I meant it. Favorite sentence authentic. I'm biz savvy and been savvy, still on the pavement. Hood love me like it's half off if I leave basement. I get it the way I got it, cause I put in the work. You bought it the way they sold it, then you probably got jerked. I've been fitting in, by not fitting in. I'm finna win. 3 for the stripes, slow cut snakes.
You gotta have it your way. Truly, no, that's right. Then let them know you don't play. Ooh-wee. Watch me. Do you mean what you say? Truly do. That's a fact. Then let's get the shit today. Ooh, 3 for the stripes, Cortez boys, we from that life.
Yo, we from that life.
Back up in this bitch.
3 for the stripes.
Yeah, you're pretty nice with it, my dude.
Thanks, brother.
You know what I mean?
Hey, practice makes perfect.
Say something?
You're pretty nice with it, my dude.
All right, your mic sounds real low.
Yeah, turn your mic up a little bit.
Smell me?
Hey, can you hear me now?
That's better. That's a little
Can
better.
you hear me now? I'm over here now.
Hey,
Chicks dig the fragrance. My page has been inundated. Keep paraded.
who did this beat?
At my window obliterated.
Dro man.
See, that was what I was talking about earlier. How it's like it blends really well. That last, it like boop on the end of the beat kind of blends right into how he did that. You know what I mean?
And that's my man D-Phrase, man. He's really nice with it. Anyone out there, check out D-Phrase music. You can peep him. Like I said, he produced.
He mixed it.
He mixed this. He mixed and mastered the project, and he also produced, I think, the majority of Oompa's new album.
Where did you meet him?
I've known this dude for a few years. I actually took his Ableton class. He was teaching the Ableton class in Cambridge like a few years ago. I took his class, and he didn't teach me shit. And so then I had to go see him in the studio because I didn't know how to do it myself. And it turned out to work out just fine.
Oh, I'll see. Hey.
Yeah, because there's no way he could have taught me to do what he does.
Things happen for a reason.
Exactly.
He's a wizard, is what you're saying.
He's nice with it. He's nice with it.
I believe that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
It's tits over here, am I right?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Hey. But yeah, he really made that work. But also, you know, the production, like I said, Dro's just nice with it. He's got a clean sound. Doppelganger's got a clean sound. BT Dubs, I don't know if you guys have listened to G-Pack Volume 3 yet. It's the most recent EP that came out from the Doppelgangers.
Oh.
It's off the chain.
I have not.
You know what? I feel bad, too, because they dropped it on the day that the record release party was supposed to be, and we got rained out. They dropped it on 9/24. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, this is like a big momentum.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been huge, right? But then it ended up getting postponed. But either way, 10/8, the show's going down.
I'm gonna dive into that.
Yeah, we should definitely play at least 1 or 2 joints off the Doppelganger's new jam.
I'll line something up there.
Yeah. Play Too Ghastly.
Too ghastly.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can find this one.
It's a catchy one.
Jelani, have you put out any albums since we talked to you last? Or?
I haven't. I've been busy.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of projects wrapped up in a lot of projects right now. You know what I mean? You know, I'm juggling a lot of projects. You know, what are you gonna do?
You dabble. You dabble quite a bit.
You got to dip your toe.
Yeah.
This guy wears a lot of hats. And he wears lots of do-rags as well.
Oh, you should see the colors are lovely.
I mean, this should be the. I might take a picture just for the cover of the show this week. I mean, because he's on some killer shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you guys all watched the verses with the the Locks and the Dipset.
I almost feel like it's old news now, but it's not like it's not worth talking about.
That was one of the greatest concerts I've watched in a long time.
That was one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
Yeah,
real talk.
It was so fun. Like if you're an old head like we are, it was just fun to see like that old New York rap.
Oh man,
that's that old feeling that like I think shit might pop off kind of feeling. You know what I mean?
That's
it's
exactly
like,
what it felt like.
That's like that adrenaline you used to get going to shows back in the day. Like, oh, I don't know what might happen tonight, but be on your toes.
Was there any point in time during the show that you thought Dipset has this?
Never. From the opening bell.
From the opening bell. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. from that first song, I knew it was a rap. And then the first song that Dipset did, I'm like, okay, cool. The locks just hit them so hard. But who knows? Maybe Dipset's going to come right back. And
I was waiting. I thought Cam was going to try to pull the okie doke.
No,
you know? I was like,
man.
okay, he's gonna come out and kill him.
But
he's
you
just
know what?
sitting in the chair doing nothing. Cam's going to come out and hit him with the uppercut.
But the next song
And
was a
like-
Dipset joint that was just Jules and Jimmy.
Yeah.
And it was like, it fell flat, and they were rapping over their own vocals.
Yeah,
well,
that's
that was
never
the
weak.
problem. That's the problem.
That's never good.
Yeah.
That's
And Cam's a beast live. I've seen Cam. I saw Cam at the Middle East. He put it on.
We
Like,
seen it at Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah, were you there for that? The Christmas show?
I don't know. Was that the one I was at? He was wearing the
Celtics gear?
He was wearing the Larry Bird
Yeah.
warm-up
That
jacket.
was
Yeah, I
Christmas.
was there at that show, too.
Was that Christmas Eve? I think it was.
It was around then.
It was Killer Cam Christmas. Jelani was there too.
I don't know.
But so
I've
Cam's
seen Cam a few times, though.
Cam's capable of holding the crowd. You know, he's capable of doing that. He doesn't have to rap over his own vocals. But these other dudes weren't up to par. They weren't on the same page. You know, you dealing with dudes who drink fresh squeezed juices every day.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and when Styles started to get into his bag later on,
Yeah.
it was like, yo, Styles P is a lyricist.
These
you
dudes
know
take
what I
their
mean?
vitamins,
like
bro.
he will eat you.
These dudes don't smoke Newports.
No,
They're ready.
Wheatgrass shots.
Yeah, they're jogging every morning, getting up at 6 and shit. Fucking.
Brisk morning walks.
My favorite Jadakiss shit ever was when he almost stabbed Ashton Kutcher on fucking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he ran up on him.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yo.
He's a legend.
Oh,
he
yo.
solidified his legend status that
Before
night.
we flip off of this, did you guys see that there's a new Versus coming up?
Who's next?
What you got?
Big Daddy Kane and KRS.
No.
And KRS.
I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I was like, let me just do a little research, and it looks like it might be true.
That will be epic.
Old heads are going to fall out.
Why isn't it Big Daddy Kane versus Rakim though? That makes way more sense to me.
I mean, yeah, that's a more similar type of rapping. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I think that it's fair. I think that Kane versus KRS is fair.
Hold on a second, too. If you are talking about performances, too, if you put Big Daddy Kane versus Rakim, Big Daddy Kane's
He's gonna squash him.
Chew him.
He's gonna squash him.
He
But-
will destroy him.
You do Big Daddy Kane next to KRS-One, we're talking about something completely
They can
different.
go
here.
toe-to-toe.
They can go toe-to-toe in a live performance.
Yeah.
Ooh, absolutely.
Big Daddy Kane is the Mac, though, right? You can't fuck with that. He's got the ladies. He's got the ladies in his corner all day.
That's
this
true.
man fucked Madonna, for Christ's sake.
I can't think of who would win. Like right off the top. Just
I'm
think-
having exactly. There's not an automatic winner that comes into my head because you got the Bridges Over, you got South Bronx, you got Love's Gonna Get You, you know, you got Duck Down.
You're not even talking about the new, like Rapture. You know what
That's
I mean?
right. We haven't even hit the
You
Rapture
haven't
yet.
even talked about, like,
So the
that
man has a
new boom
catalog,
bap.
right? KRS-One is a legend, but like Kane, man,
Kane.
The Wrath of Kane, Raw.
Kane.
Dude.
I don't know if there are too many better lyricists on the planet than Big Daddy Kane.
And he's an incredible performer, man.
Oh,
Anyone who's ever
amazing.
seen him live, you've been blessed.
Amazing. He
He's
was at the Middle East.
He's one of the best that ever did it.
So sick.
This is going to be a tight versus. I'm excited for this.
Rakim, on the other hand, is not good.
Not much charisma.
No.
He's not live on stage like that.
He
No.
is
not
not
like these
going
other
to give
guys.
you much
no.
energy.
No.
No.
But his catalog is also mind-blowing,
Sick.
right?
Flawless.
He's an incredible lyricist and writer.
Yeah, but he's not going to, you know,
Nah,
he's
but-
not going to break a sweat on stage
But is
for you.
KRS allowed to tag in, like, break dancers and shit?
Nah, you're not allowed to do that shit.
No, I guess not.
Yeah,
Not doing the verses.
Nah, you can't just bring the temple of hip-hop with you, whatever weirdos you got following you around that like pop lock and shit to come out on stage. You
Can't
do
you,
that.
though?
No, you can't.
Wasn't Freaky Zeke on stage the whole time doing nothing? Just dancing, doing
Yeah,
nothing?
but that's a little different.
And
Doing
yo,
the
how
Harlem
about towards
Shake?
the end of the that when they were like, "Yo, we need everybody to get off the stage, or we
Yeah.
can't perform."
Yeah.
And that was just the old white man standing in the back, and he looked like the most interesting man in the world. That guy in the commercials from the
big beard.
those, and like he wasn't moving. He was
Yeah.
like, you know, then like everybody's got to go off the stage, off the stage. And my man is just planted.
Yeah.
He's like a tree. He's like,
You
I'm
ain't
not
talking
going
to me.
nowhere. He's like, he's like, I'm in the dip set.
Yeah.
He got the strap. That's
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the
totally.
one-
That was the shooter.
Yeah, that's the shooter right there.
might have been
Keep
Cam.
your eyes on that.
That might have been
dude.
Cam's bodyguard.
Yeah, but I don't know. If it is true, we might have to get together for that versus.
I mean, but you could have
No
done any of those guys, like Slick Rick, Rocket. I mean, they're all kind of like, you could have done a versus with any, match him up with any of those guys.
You know
like
what,
You could
though?
add Biz Markie,
But
rest in peace, you know?
The more I think about it, the more this is actually the perfect one. Because all those people you've mentioned, none of them have the stage presence and charisma that KRS-One and
I
Kane
was just
have.
thinking Slick Rick versus KRS-One.
No way.
But I think KRS has a better catalog.
KRS-One also just has more. I mean, if you've seen Slick Rick perform, which I have,
I have.
and he's great, he's a legend, but like he doesn't have the power that KRS has on stage.
No, he is entertaining though.
He is entertaining
In different ways.
Bringing
you
out
know.
the chains. He's
Yeah.
got a whole...
He's got his
He's
whole
got his whole
thing,
own
you know
swag,
what I mean?
but man, he's not bringing the energy
He
that
bring out
Kane's
the chain-
bringing.
They bring out the chains
No.
and the suitcase. And,
Kane's
you know.
out there dancing. He's
Yeah.
freaking
He's
like
fucking-
Totally.
running around, you know?
Yeah,
They have a whole choreographed set.
he do the worm and shit.
For real.
And
It is
he's
amazing.
And he's fly dressed, you know what I mean? Like, super fly.
Yeah. The only other person I could think of is G-Rap, but like I don't think it's fair to put anyone up against G-Rap.
Nah.
It really wouldn't be. There's not a single human being who's alive right now who would be fair to put up against G-Rap.
It's so gangster, too. I was just listening to 456 the other day.
It's fucking epic.
The
album.
best.
One of
The
the
best.
G-Rap versus Ice Cube.
There
Boom,
we go.
Boom. That might be the only way you could do it. G-Rap versus Ice Cube or Scarface. That's maybe all you could do.
Yeah, because like same kind of gutter, kind of grimy.
And
but
same
also,
kind of like
also lyrically on point.
same type of like untouchable status, right? Like
Yeah.
those three people are almost unassailable. Like you could really, what could you possibly say bad about them? Maybe Cube had his period of time with West Side Connection where like people were like, oh, Common ripped him or whatever. But like when you look at his catalog, like
It's amazing.
he's flawless.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Who do we put up against LL? I know LL, you know, people don't love him like they used to, but LL was a force.
He is a force to be reckoned with.
And another one who is great on stage.
But has anyone seen him perform in
I've
20
never seen him
years?
perform.
Oh, I used to see him all the time. He used to be at all
Well, he could be like Summer Jam, right?
those Summer
He'd
Jam
be a Summer
shows
Jam,
and
yeah.
whatnot. I'd be like, oh god, LL again.
Out there licking his lips. All right.
doing
yeah,
it and doing it. And it's like, oh god.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I feel like he, man, I would love to see LL Cool J at like the Paradise or like the Middle East or something like that, right? Because you know he would do like,
The good stuff.
yeah,
Be grimy with it.
no rapper can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle-bound man and put his face in the sand, right?
Come on,
like
yeah.
he would do that kind of stuff, but like you're not going to see him do that at a concert. I don't even know if he even knows how to do that song anymore. I've never, you know.
I bet he can.
I bet he still
can,
got
too.
it.
I bet he still has it too. He's one of those dudes who like he's just doing push-ups on his fingertips and like rapping his own raps to himself.
Yeah,
all
because
day.
he's always been
you know,
like,
every time he goes to the gym, that's all he plays is his own music.
Totally, yeah. You don't listen to no one
Boom.
else's shit.
Mama said, "Knock you out." He's fucking pumping.
he's
bench pressing.
No
recreating the
days
video.
off, baby. No days off.
Oh man,
No, he was always like the hyper-focused kind of rapper.
totally
You know, for better or for worse.
focused on his craft for sure. But yeah, that's a good question.
Who do you got?
Who do I got against LL? I'm trying to think of someone who's similar to him, and he's really in his own lane. He's just, you can't fuck with him.
You
It's
can't
a weird thing to
you can't
say.
do
you know what I
Ice-T.
mean? No.
I'll tell you what, man. This might sound like totally out of left field, but I'll explain. Fat Joey Crack.
Fat Joey Crack.
Because Fat Joey Crack has similarly to LL gone from both sides of being like super raw to being like super commercial and done both of them very successfully over a long period of time, the same way LL has.
But Fat Joe just did one, right? And he got murdered.
He did a versus?
Yeah.
It's Ja Rule.
Against Ja Rule, and Ja Rule just wiped the fucking floor.
He
with this
obliterated
guy.
him?
Just it wasn't even the.
I'm totally unaware of this.
I only
never heard of
only
this.
saw the second half of it.
It was-
but
it
from
was-
what I saw, it was like somebody should just throw in the towel, throw
Damn.
the damn towel.
It was not nice, dude.
All right, well,
But I got to
And
see
that-
Ashanti 6 times.
that's what's up. She got fatty.
But like, it was weird because the both of them have so many songs together.
Uh-huh.
You know
That's
what I
true,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like, what are we
They're
doing?
kind of They it's like almost like a duo.
But-
I'll retract my statement.
But yeah, Ja Rule ate him up.
Yeah, all right. Well, there we go.
It's
Fat
fine.
Joe, no.
It's fine.
I guess you can't mess with LL.
Well, Ja Rule
It's-
just
I
had more
really-
commercial hits. You know, he had a very strong push at the time.
Yeah, it almost feels a little unfair to match the two of them up.
Yeah, it's a different style.
Because you can only match up Fat Joe's commercial stuff with Ja Rule's commercial stuff. Because Joey Crack has this whole DITC, Fat Joe the Gangster, Jealous One's Envy era that was non-commercial, that was really hard. That
Fucking
like
Don
there's
Cartagena.
really, yeah, exactly, Don
I
Cartagena,
love
right?
all that shit,
all that music is amazing, and there's
Dope.
really no way to bring that into a battle with Ja Rule.
You can't, unfortunately. I mean,
So
when
I feel like he was
when Ja
handicapped.
Rule's playing "What's Love," you
Yeah.
know what I mean. You can't be like,
Our guy was handicapped.
You put
by
50
that.
Cent versus LL?
Maybe I could see that. That's actually a good call. I could see that.
We gotta find that song, that lifestyle joint by Fat Joe off that Don Cartagena.
Those some good records.
Yo,
Yeah.
he got fucking smashed by Ja
But
Rule.
you're right though. It's a different style that he used to rap with.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think Fat Joe's first record came out in like '92 or '93,
And he was raw with it.
And when was his last commercial hit? It was like a year or two ago. So the man's longevity, I think, matches LL's. And you take a dude like Ja Rule, who had like a very short comparative run at it, and put him up against Fat Joe. Okay, maybe he won in like a versus or whatever, but like his career is insignificant in comparison to Fat Joe's.
Oh, so wrong. You are so wrong. You
Ja
forgot
Rule's-
about the Fire Fest?
Yo, okay, but that's not. He didn't make any good songs at Fyre
Thank
Fest.
you.
That's a good point.
I don't
Ja
remember. I don't.
Rule irrelevant? Never that.
No, he's not. He's not irrelevant, but like honest to God, like the man's, it's insignificant compared to Fat Joe's influence. From DITC all the way up to Terror Squad. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You can't say that this dude Ja Rule got the same kind of stature as Fat Joe. There's no way.
Ja Rule is goofy.
I think
All the way up.
I think
That's at the end of the.
all the way up was the Fat Joe joint, but
That's what I'm saying, man. He's relevant all the way up to all the way up from.
And I think that's another reason why Fat Joe would, even if he busted out some like the Spanish stuff he's done, like you know what I mean, like the more commercial like crossover.
Yep.
Even going against Ja Rule in that sense, it doesn't hit. It'll hit with a portion of the people in the crowd.
Yeah.
But it's not going to hit with everywhere else where everybody's feeling the old Ja Rule shit. You know
Totally.
what I mean?
Totally.
But
Only
that's
old
why
rap
I
nerds
think-
like me are going to be hype about that Jealous One's Envy.
yeah, that's why I
Joint
think
he puts
you're
on.
you're being a little hard on Ja Rule by saying he's irrelevant because to excuse me, so many more people he was a big deal as opposed to
I think that
with us. You know what I mean?
I think the everyday person,
they would know
he's
him
big.
more than Joey.
The movies.
Crack.
The
I think
movies
you're
as
right.
well, maybe.
Yeah, he was
yeah,
in
he had a
no,
ton of movies.
no, totally. I think the everyday average person, but to anyone who's a rap fan,
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
just a different brand of
You know.
music altogether. You know what I mean?
But I
If
think-
you listen to Joey Crack most
yeah.
of the time, you're not going to be listening to.
And I think too with these versus
Mm-hmm.
battles, that's like what's happening is that like the mainstream people are
Mm-hmm.
listening to the music, or even young people now who aren't familiar with the history or all that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
or these people's catalogs. And obviously, Ja Rule. I mean, you might be able to walk in the supermarket and might hear fucking Ashanti and Ja Rule singing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. you might. Yeah.
Where maybe you might get a lean back somewhere here and there.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if you're going to get much of anything else. So like the awareness, the crowd
Yeah.
awareness or whatever, or the online awareness is bigger for Ja Rule. And he gets goofed on all the time by 50 Cent, and 50 Cent is huge.
Yeah.
True.
Where Fat Joe, it doesn't have that same awareness because no one's really goofing on Fat Joe because
No,
Fat Joe just does his thing.
Remember when 50 Cent and Fat Joe had a whole beef too?
Oh, they had drama though. Yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
was-
Like we don't really talk about that like we used to talk about the Ja Rule stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that beef seemed like it was more real than the Ja
That
Rule
seemed
shit.
like I was like, oh shoot,
Yeah,
we don't
someone's
need
gonna
to
get shot over
Yeah,
this.
we don't need to bring all these people into it. That's not right.
Yeah.
This is getting a little too personal.
Damn.
Anyway, these verses have been awesome though. Like I'm glad that this is a phenomenon that popped up during the pandemic. I'm glad it's sticking with us.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It sucks now because I have to watch it on YouTube or something. Like
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
day later or
the
something?
picture, no, the picture isn't as good when I'm watching it like on the phone or on the computer.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I'd
whack.
rather try to watch it like on the TV.
Yeah, yeah.
So make a whole night of it and whatnot. And I don't know, it's just not as great. But anyway, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, and they'll figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
5 years from now, it might be a pay-per-view kind of thing.
That's fine.
Yep.
That was not me. That was the dog.
Yeah, I like how they've been going from like, especially, starting in like, I guess a Zoom, now doing like on stage, like crazy theatrics, like battles, I guess you could say, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it came up, I think, probably as a pretty off-the-cuff idea. And then they were like, all right, well, what's the next step? And what's the next step? Like you watch the E40 and Too Short one, and you're like, okay, they got these two dudes together in the studio, and they're kind of clowning together. And
best believe I was sipping on that yak.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that Earl Stevens collection. Ooh. But
yeah, and like nights like that was like an event.
That was a dope event.
It was like,
yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna forget. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying
and then
home
they
tonight.
just took it to Madison Square Garden, and we'll see what's next, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Is it because we're old?
Are they really going to Madison Square?
No, that was the last one, man. That happened.
Really?
That Dipset and Deluxe was at Madison Square.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I think it was in like a smaller.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like in like where they play basketball. It was in like a smaller venue attached to Madison Square.
Wow.
It was just like they were playing at the Garden.
Yeah.
It's like the year
they were
2002 all
they were,
over
They were
again.
at Big Night Live.
Yeah. No, it was
They were
kind of
across
like
the
that.
street.
It was kind of like that. I'm sure. Yeah.
They could smell the Garden from where they were
It's
at.
not like-
The
We're not-
Stones throw away.
Yeah.
A guy was wearing a Garden T-shirt.
No, it's like attached. You know how they
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
attached to the building.
It would be like, we're seeing a show at Fenway.
But there
and
was a
it's
nice
really
crowd
at,
there. You could tell there was a few thousand people there.
It was a square garden in Madison, Wisconsin.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, let's
that's
get
good.
some music, my friend.
Yeah, what's next?
You said you wanted to hear some doppelgangers, I think.
Yeah, man. G-Pack Volume 3 is out now.
G-Pack.
Purchase
There's
it.
an animal in here. Purchase it. G-Pack Volume 3. And I believe, don't tell me, Too Ghastly.
Too ghastly for my own good.
You got to throw on some of that oompa later too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we were talking about dudes from the Boston area that kind of reach out. Terminology seems like one of those dudes also that like tries to reach out and put other people on.
He's a good dude.
He's
We got a lot of good
super
comments.
approachable. You know what I mean? Try to help people out.
There we go. Shout out to
Big up term.
Terminology.
Cash is out in the Bronx, the city island. You known to gobble some cons with plus size models and donks. Between the cheeks, shorty sneaking in the bottle of plump. Drive by full throttle, hump. Guarantee it's all level, spike harder than grind. She Molly Coddle is knob. It doesn't mind. You live inside the water or die. It's not a problem. No with no knob. With the strip in decor. The bed is the floor. Act like you been here before. He ready for war indeed. Niggas claim they war speed when they really owe the store speed. A different breed. Boss ass gangers. Maxed out. Never taper off ass gangers. His old head say you need to slow it down before you and your dog can no call fast gangers. Too ghastly for my. Too ghastly, can't move at that speed with chicks who rude and sassy. The crew that's crew got news and last week big ass free. Knew she pursued some athletes. Heard eyes in Philly, got a gang of perturbed, kicked him to the curb. She looked the third guy's Willie, infirm, she pretty sure. East hung just like a bird's eye chili now. Don't sweat pal, the shit's minuscule. Not a box checked on the 666 rule. Treat her like stool, but it's cool. Hitting the jewel in the Episcopal. Need a shoe in the quick snatch, pursuing before the chips stack. Go in the rack and ruin a chin strap. Hack with Patrick Ewing, sitting that cat you ruin. So what you doing? Too ghastly for my own good, own good, own good. Too ghastly for my own good.
want your face skin on my face skin.
We're having some headphone debates here. Yeah, man, that's the Doppelgangers right there. Too Ghastly off their new EP, Groggy Pack, Volume 3, G-Pack 3.
Damn.
Super smooth.
They're doing it for a minute now, huh?
They really have, man. I don't understand why they're not on the radio. Like, the sound is... I feel like their production is on a higher level than most.
Wait a minute. What radio do you plan on hearing that on?
I'm just saying that I feel like it's just... production-wise, it's on a higher level than most of the stuff you hear on any commercial radio. So, like, you may listen to the lyrics and say, like, oh, this stuff that guys are talking about is, like, weird and obscene. But, like, the
most
stuff,
certainly is.
But the stuff you hear on the radio these days is also weird and obscene. I don't understand. And also, listen, I want to make a point of this. It just popped into my head, but I want to make a point.
All right, sure, you're hot.
Kanye West.
Yes.
What's he doing running around on stage with a cloak on? Knowing damn well the cloaked out boss players been doing this since 2012, 2011.
I didn't know he was doing that.
Yeah, have you not seen his most recent thing?
No, I try to stay out of
I hear
Kanye
you. Yeah,
affairs.
you trying just to ignore him, right?
Yeah.
But nah, this is his new thing. Is he's wearing a cloak. He's got a black cape and hood on at all times.
I'm surprised it's not a white one.
Bless his heart.
I'm saying this is literally the Doppelganger's trademark.
Yeah. They're biting. Who knows?
No, I'm telling you, man. I think that this is a long... There's a long history
long
of...
con here.
I mean, there's a long history of, like, major commercial artists just, like, biting off whatever underground cats. You know what I mean? But whether or not this was Kanye's original idea or not... like,
Is that when we start talking about Cage?
Oh, stop. Oh, boy. We're about to get into that.
I haven't listened to it, so I can't comment on it.
So can I just tell you guys real quick?
Yes.
That the other day, Vega sent a group text to me and Bonafide, and it contained a link to the YouTube music version of Cage's new album, Cage of Agent Orange fame, and it was one of the most horrendous things I've ever heard in my life.
Maybe I'll just take your word for it.
Yeah, you haven't heard it yet.
I
was
did
not a fan.
It's
No, I didn't want to do it.
It's like bad. It's bad new music. You know what I mean? Because it's not like he's doing his old style of music. He's picking up the new style. Like, it's almost like a little bit trap style. But he does a terrible job of it at that.
What would you call that?
I don't know what to call it. But it isn't very good.
It's not. Is it rap music? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, whatever. I'm not one of those dudes to try and stand there and be like, oh, like trap and drill. That's not rap music. It's like different or whatever. Like, it's still rap music.
Like maybe it's like a different style. It doesn't sound like. I don't know. I don't know how to describe what I heard.
I think that it is. I think that we're going to have to say that it is still rap music, but it just isn't very good. And in fact, it may be very bad.
It's.
We're not going to play it.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing.
But I think that this is just to say that, like,
no, I'm not playing that.
That's the evolution of this particular artist. He was really, like, back in the day, for all three of us, like a guy who was
the
like
dude.
top
Sickest.
tier. Yeah, exactly. Like the person you were most excited to hear a new record from was Cage at one point. And Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Now the complete opposite.
Some people from that era stayed really consistent. You know what I mean?
LP, yeah.
Oh, LP?
Even Copyright, in my opinion, is very consistent.
Necro?
Yeah.
Right? If Necro is anything, he's consistent.
Yeah.
But nah, Cage, he's really branched out in a lot of different directions, and all of them, I think, have been bad.
I really enjoyed the podcast that he put out.
That was
really?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, what was the podcast like?
It was amazing.
What was he talking about?
He was talking about himself.
Okay.
Yeah. His experiences at the, basically a walkthrough of his time at the mental institution.
No shit. That does sound interesting.
Like, basically
Stony Lodge?
Yeah,
completely Stony Lodge.
About, I think it's called Stony Lodge, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Basically about how he got into the mental hospital and then every experience he had at the mental hospital, it seems. I don't even know, like, while you're listening to it, you're going, I don't even know how this guy remembers so much of this because, like, I can't remember shit. I mean, I have a great memory, but
You remember the things that were traumatic to you.
Yeah,
But you got to think about how different being in that place must have been to him. It must have really stood out, you know?
Oh, yeah. It had to. I mean, because it's very, the way he paints a picture is, it's very vivid.
I heard
And
that
you
most
got-
of New York was filled with mental patients.
Yeah,
Pretended to be normal, to pretended to be mental patients.
Yeah,
I heard that somewhere, too.
Yeah, it was very good. I got you.
What's it called?
I recommend it.
What's it called?
Stony Lodge.
I don't know if I got all of them, but
No,
I
because
listened
I
to-
gave up on it because he wasn't releasing them enough. It was supposed to be like a weekly, monthly thing, and it was like, all right, cool. Giving him money, waiting for stuff to drop, and like 1 month,
Never
2
comes.
months, 3 months, 4 months goes by. I'm like, you know,
he might be back at Stony Lodge at that point in
Yeah,
time.
I don't know.
He might have checked back in.
Apparently, he was making this album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to pay for that.
No,
And
there
was
Vega
some-
felt like he got ripped off.
And there was some like weird thing too about the podcast where I think it started off really well. Like it was made a certain way. Like it was Cage, like I don't know, in a room maybe with the mic in front of him, pretty good quality, just giving you the play-by-play of what the day-to-day life was at the mental hospital of this place from the very day he stepped foot in the place. And
It's fun.
it's really good. But then as the episodes go, like the I don't know, later in the series, it changes all of a sudden. Now it becomes like almost a drama. Like he's making like an actual show. You know,
There's
what I
like
mean?
more sound effects.
There's sound effects. There's like story. There's like other. He does voices, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But then it becomes like an overproduced type of thing
Yeah.
where it becomes like I don't know, like maybe he was trying to sell the show or something like that at that point, or
Maybe.
which I think he could do.
Yeah.
You know, and I heard there was rumors of him making a movie being made about him, but maybe by Shia LaBeouf or something like that.
I heard about
God,
Never
here
happened.
we go again.
Yeah.
But
I heard about that.
yeah,
Sounds
a
terrible.
very great podcast.
All right.
He's a very interesting dude. But then this music
Stony Lodge.
is very, and it's good for us because like when listening to his music, like the bulk of the music that we know is from that
That time
era.
period.
Yeah.
that time period. So like his subject matter, all that stuff, kind of is all sucked into that that time period.
Yeah.
And so it makes the podcast like oh shit, okay, you kind of get him more.
Yeah, totally.
You know
It's
what I mean?
like it makes things more cohesive for you.
yeah, and
Yeah, and also stories that you haven't heard before.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He talks about people and things that like seemed like they were super important.
I mean,
You know, at the time, and
his
it's just
whole
like, ugh.
trajectory is very interesting. Like, he's a person I'd love to interview. You know, when you go back to like his first appearance on that Pete Nice
Nice,
album,
yeah.
and then like the joint he did with Godfather Don for Stretch and Bob,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, so like Pete Nice and MC Search, that's really interesting for you to have been involved with them when you were young. Godfather Don, I mean,
Hello.
he's an absolute legend to me, you know. And then his
I think to most
and then his
underground
earliest
pop.
work with Necro during the time when like Necro and Nonfiction were popping on the scene, right? Like that's all interesting stuff.
He's got
I'd love to
other-
talk about that.
other strange connections too. Like Masai Bay is from Middletown.
Yep.
The Weathermen.
Yeah,
There's
that whole stretch.
Copyright and Camus lived in Middletown with him. Not with him, but in Middletown,
Yep.
maybe because of him or whatever. MF Doom stayed with Cage after his brother died.
Yep.
Like
that's
that-
right.
like,
He was the last one to see Sub Rock before Sub Rock died.
Yeah. Like,
Isn't that
all
crazy?
I didn't know that.
He saw Sub Rock right before he tried to cross that highway and got hit by the car. There's a lot of crazy stories in there, you know. I forget. Big Just used to hang out with my man K the I a lot. They did a record together, and he was telling me, you know, K the I related to me a story from Big Just. So this is like
Piece to kill the eye.
third hand hearsay, but like that, you know, when Just was living with LP and they were making the Company Flow album, that like Cage would just show up at the crib, like all messed up on drugs, and just like stay there, and he'd be like, "Yo, why is Cage here? Can Cage please leave?" You know, and
We don't need this.
LP be like, "Nah, Cage is staying over," and he'd be like, "Damn."
Hey,
I wish Cage would leave or whatever. But anyway, there's just a lot of stuff that he was involved in, and like he's a person who was a big figure in a time and place that's very important for hip hop today. When you think about the influence that MF Doom had, that LP has had, right, on the entirety of hip hop, like this is interesting stuff. Yeah. Cage was like the golden boy of that time, for a period of time.
He was going to be how could you compare it to basketball?
He was a prodigy.
He was going to be...
He was a phenom.
He was like the Penny Hardaway.
A little bit.
I was going to say a Grant Hill.
A Grant Hill.
I could see that, yeah.
Like all the potential, and then just kind of got taken down. Ooh, maybe like a Brandon Roy.
Yeah, Brandon Roy is a good one.
Because he was cooking for a minute.
Brandon Roy was cooking.
And then,
for sure.
Took it out from under you.
It would have to be, I think Brandon Roy is good because he left the league. Mm-hmm. And because Cage completely fell off from making good music altogether.
Just gone.
Yep. After a period of making like some music that was between very good and like pretty damn good.
But I think people really like some of that stuff, even that we don't like the
it's
Depart
true.
From Me and
Hell's Winter and all that. People like that shit. It's not for me, but it's true. There was a crowd for that.
Yeah, I think there's a big crowd for that stuff. Yeah. And maybe that's who's still listening to whatever he's making now.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Probably.
I don't know. It was very like indie rock soundy. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was singing going on, and it was a little jarring.
It's funny, man, because back in the day, right, when Cage was like ill or whatever.
Cage is white chocolate.
Jason
Williams.
I don't know if you want to do Jason Williams like that.
No. I'll take that back.
Christian Laettner.
Not a bad one.
But I remember back when whoever I think Apathy or
Self-Titled?
Self like punched him in the head, and they were talking shit about this dude, and I was like, damn, I really wanted to be on Cage's side, but like it turns out those dudes were totally right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every like rhyme they said about him and like diss tracks about how, the way they described him, it turned out to be
exactly
that was
the
the
way
future that he played out. You know what I mean?
Speaking of podcasts, Copyright has a podcast as well, and he talks a lot about it as well. And he's like, this dude's just a dickhead.
Yeah,
For lack of better,
he don't take care of his kid. Like he yells at his mom, like getting in fights with his mom and like doing weird shit. He was like, the whole situation is just fucking strange.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
I mean, listen, man, it's a strange life. Like when you think about it, like when you're just like. I mean, I rap, right? And like I know a lot of rappers, but like that's not what I do for a living.
Right.
Right? But like when you're a dude who just raps for a living and you're like out there like connecting with other rappers who only rap for a living and going to hang out with them, like it's a strange life.
Oh, for sure.
No, it's got to be.
It's a carny lifestyle.
Totally. And like the people who have that level of creativity and also are crazy enough to really pursue it 100% and not put effort into anything else, like 90% of them are cooked.
Yeah.
They're totally nuts.
Yeah, not everybody makes it.
And then you got like a 10% who are like, they're still pretty normal people. And then you got a 5% who are like actual geniuses and like really figure it out, like E40 or someone like that, right?
Yeah.
Who is like, he's
a marketing genius.
Exactly. He's just like constantly on his grind and like.
Yeah, if he wasn't making music, he'd still be doing stuff.
Exactly.
He'd still be a millionaire.
By all accounts, is like a solid dude. You know what I mean? Considered a solid dude across the board, right? And you have a few people like that. Who were able to do that without getting scooped up by some sort of record label and like pushed on people.
Yeah,
right?
always stood his own ground.
But were able to be like, yo, I'm an independent artist and I'm just going to run around and do rap for my entire life.
There's
not a lot of cats who are sane and do that.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Speaking of marketing geniuses.
Yeah.
Who, Lil Nas X?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is he not an industry plant? I always thought he was an industry plant.
No, I don't think so. This is a dude who I think made some music on the computer.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
He was just like the internet dude.
Yeah, internet guy.
You'd be surprised, bro.
I mean, you could be right.
Okay. Jews are hating.
No, I'm not trying to hate, but I'm just saying, like,
she's a young black man trying to get all the come up, and he's like, plant. Okay,
no, but
excuse us. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have anything really good to say in response to that, except that, like, when you are on BET, MTV, and all the radio stations, that pretty much means that there's someone with a lot of money who's profiting off of you.
Yeah, but he was like on the internet with that stupid fucking cowboy song. And
the Old Town Road, yeah.
And they took him off the country charts because when
That's
they found
true.
out like who he was, when they actually saw
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
and they were like, "Oh no, this ain't country." But he was like already like number one.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And then that's why Billy Ray Cyrus jumped on the song with them, so it could actually be technically country. So he went back on the country charts.
I mean,
and
that
blew
would be
shit up.
amazing if he snuck
And
in
that's
there
a-
like that.
That'd be a crazy leap to try to do to.
And maybe he got the cosign because Billy Ray Cyrus wanted that guap. Because
Maybe.
he knows he's a smart businessman as well.
Yeah, he's
you know
like,
what I
yo,
mean?
he's like, yeah, put me on the remix.
Remix.
got this. I don't know.
It
You
could be a
right.
CIA psyop. I don't know.
Hey, everything really is, you know.
Yeah.
False flag.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're ridiculous. So the Patriots are losing, by the way.
Good.
Yikes.
Good.
Oof.
All right.
Oof.
Way to go, Tampa Bay.
Way to go, Tampa Bay. Way to go, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you need to give us some of that oompa.
All right. What do you want to hear off this?
I don't know, all of it. It's only like a half hour.
Damn.
Yo, can I tell you guys a quick story about Oompa real quick?
I'd
wanna- I
love to
wanna
hear
hear
a
this.
story.
So one time
Absolutely.
I went to this party. They used to have these parties at the MFA.
Yeah.
I was living in Jamaica Plain, and I was like,
What?
"Oh, there's a
That's
party."
the Museum
You
of
never
Fine
told
Arts,
me?
by the way.
Yeah,
I
and
would
there's-
love
there's
to
a
go to a
party at
party
the
at the
MFA.
MFA.
So like, boom, me and my boy go there, and we're already hammered because there was a really long line.
You, I cannot believe that.
I know it was weird because I was
Oh,
drinking
man.
that night. But anyway, we start drinking in the line. We get inside and they got Paps there, so we're drinking Paps. And we're walking around the museum. The whole museum is like open. It's a big party. And all of a sudden, I hear something like, "Oh, there's a rap contest." I'm like, "What?" So I go downstairs and there's a rap contest taking place, and it's being judged or like hosted by Oompa, right?
Oh, word. How
And,
long
like,
ago was this?
This was a few years ago. It was like a year or two before the pandemic hit.
Okay.
I want to say like a year and a half before that hit. So I go in there and I'm already half in the bag. The only song I have on my phone that I can rap over, that's like a track that's ready to go, is 2 CDs. I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah,
that.
I
Oh,
remember.
I
But
remember
that was off of an album
Yeah.
called Supervision Unlimited,
Yes.
which was
Okay.
incredibly ignorant.
Yes.
Okay.
And
yeah.
this was one of the most ignorant
Great
songs.
self-promotion, by the way. That was great.
It was one of the most ignorant
Nice
songs
slide.
on that album. It's no longer
I like
available
that.
on Spotify.
What?
I may put out a remastered version at some point.
I'm glad I
anyway,
have the hard copy.
this is the MFA, so everyone there is super soft, and they're in there doing their little like da-da-da-da-da, like super like conscious rap or whatever. And Oompa's
CD's nuts.
yeah, and so that's exactly what happens. So I step up in there, I'm half in the bag. My boy's like, "You won't do it." I'm like, "Watch me," and I'm like, "Here's my phone, boom, plug it in. This song, you know, you know."
Yeah.
I'm the SUPERVizer, all in your girl's purse like a Arby's flyer with the coupons attached. I put the moves on the bash. My Jimmy Neutron is too bomb. Your boo wants it back, but I'm on one. I went off, okay? And they had this thing going where everyone in the crowd had a sign with like a number from 1 to 10 that they could hold up for how much they were interested in this song or how good they
Wait
thought
a minute.
it was.
Everybody in the
Not
crowd?
everyone. It was mostly just women who were in the front row, and they
Oh,
all
you
gave
lost.
me. They gave me the
lost.
lowest score they could possibly give me. They kicked me right out of the contest. But I'm telling you right now, I was better than everyone in that contest. And Oompa was looking at me. I don't know her personally, right? I don't know this woman. I think she's great. I enjoy her as an artist, but she was looking at me so side-eyed.
She's like, Negro, please.
Why, like, white man, go away.
Why are you doing this now?
Go away right now. Yeah, she was really not.
She wasn't feeling the Supervisor, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but she hasn't heard my whole catalog.
Yeah,
that's
you know.
true.
You
That's
know.
just a small sample.
You know, and it's art. That's the thing.
That's-
These people were
Very
judging your art, you know what I'm
subjective.
saying? That's what,
It's
what the fuck-
subjective.
What the fuck is that, huh?
This is art, damn it.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo.
Just because I kicked a rap about how your mom goes swimming with her shoes on.
I mean, that's your mom's fault, though.
Right?
Sure.
Come on.
And I'm not
She
trying to
doing
be
the- she doing
insulting.
the doggy paddle?
Maybe the pool she's in has broken glass in it.
Maybe she just got out the joint.
Hey, but she's smart. That's why she's wearing shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
See? This shit's deep right here, man.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
It's very deep.
there's
And
layers.
not just the... Not,
There's
like,
layers.
we're not talking about the water, either. She's swimming in.
All right, let's hear what she's doing.
4th and 3, 59 seconds to go.
lot of
Patriots
hype
down
around this new
17-19.
Jelani is never without sports.
I'm like Fife Diggy. Oh, yes.
Self-care bigger than a man. Now I'm talking therapy and cutting off all of your hate and tell friends. Can you do that? Yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. I'm put your mama in the mood. Never mind why a nigga wanna go and treat you like animal. If he treat you less than godly, go and get that dog a bone. When he find his way home, missing someone else's bed. Hope that someone else will cheat him. Maybe they gon' find your ex. They can live and treat a paradise while you get to your check. Hit the gym twice a week and make your little edges stretch. Yeah, 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 yeah. Stress? Oh no, hell no, we don't do that. Hell no, y'all, we been through that. Go ball, hell all with a hoop at. Tell me where your crew at. Now point them all like, oh yeah. Baby, you can dance, it's your mother every day. Another day, hold up on it. Put this thing on replay, top down with the gang. Buck 20 on the freeway. Don't you ever give another punk motherfucker freeway. This is your day now. This is your moment. On what happened to you. Now you can own it. This is a new day. It's not on your past. It ain't your first, won't be your last. Three survive, pick your class. Right? Self-care bigger than a man. Now I'm talking therapy and cutting off all of your hate and tell friends. Can you do that? Yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. I'm talking loving on your tribe. Put your difference to the side. When they call you on your shit, learn to take all that in stride. Can you do that? Yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. I'm a little bitter, but a little better. Became a bother, the pussy got wetter. I used to cry how nobody gave me the shit off they back when I had a sweater. Forgetting that can't nobody even fix what they didn't break in the first place. And those who responsible still cope with their own fate. Now I wear my own cape, and I swear I don't know how to fly, but you can't tell from the drip. I know it makes survival look good, nigga, but wait for this healing to hit. I'm a way better hero than I'm all today. Here today and ain't gone tomorrow. Remember, rarely forgotten off, and I've been a star, and that's on my mama. Self-care bigger than a man, now I'm talking therapy and cutting off all of your hate and tell friends. Can you do that? Yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. I'm talking loving on your tribe. Put your difference to the side. When they call you on your shit, learn to take all that in stride. Can you do that? Yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. Well, here it is then, happy in the song. Bottle that shit up and put your mama in the mood. Never mind why a nigga wanna go and treat you like animal. If he treat you less than godly, go and get that dog a bone. When he find his way home, missing someone else's bed. Hope that someone else will cheat him. Maybe they gon' find your ex. They can live and treat a paradise while you get to your check. Hit the gym twice a week and make your little edges stretch. Yeah.
Do you strive for that, to desensitize people on some of these issues? No. So my characters, who are often black and female, behave as though they have no limitations. They don't run.
Yeah, there's dogs barking.
We were just talking about Elliot Offen.
Supervisor's got a new track. That's got
coming out soon off the album Cattle Guard called Elliot Offen.
Did Chairman Chow know who Elegant Elliot Offit was?
He had no idea who that was. He was like, I don't even care. He's like, whatever.
I don't think most people would.
Yeah.
I think you had to be there at the time.
It was really a moment in time.
You just blew me back with the gangs. I haven't thought about gangster
That's
style.
gangster talk.
That's gangster talk.
Dude, wasn't his website like gangstertalk.net?
5 dimes. I'm talking big money. That's gangster talk. 5 dimes.
I hope someone out there knows who Elliot Offen is.
Everybody in this house does.
Everybody in this house. And that's all that really matters, I guess. Oh, shit.
Yikes.
That was that Oompa. That's some good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
She's got a show.
She's finna blow up.
I don't really know how to describe her to people sometimes. It's just like, yo, this chick is on the come up. You should look out for her. I'm like, yeah, she's a rapper, but she sings too. And not like sing-songy, but, kind of sing-songy.
Mm-hmm.
But dope.
Yeah, more like a rapper that can sing than a singer that raps.
Yeah.
For sure.
The singing is a secondary thing.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe she could take it, to another level with that someday.
Yeah.
Who knows?
She's been on the grind for a long time, though, and it's nice to see, like the other day Snoop, tweeted out or, posted it to Instagram.
Word?
Yeah. something that was like, this is what I'm listening to. And there were a couple joints, and one of them was an Oompa joint, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big cosign right there. Like, I think I
it's a
only
big
know
cosign,
of what was the other album? Cleo, maybe?
Cleo, yes. The first
But like,
album.
I think that's all that I know of her.
Yeah, same. I know the Cleo, and I know this now.
But yeah,
both are very good.
I'm on board.
I mean, artists that are being careful, who are like really trying to build their career, often are like careful with the albums they put out. You know,
often
they don't just put out songs called Elliot Often and just like drop.
They do smarter things, you know.
They do smarter things, yeah, totally. But it's interesting to see, man, the way the record industry works right now. You know, you got some people who do it like that, right? Who are like very careful and like, you know, planning out their moves very carefully. And then you got other cats who are just like, boom,
just bombard the
new album every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks.
Flood the
like
market.
The God Fahim, or like,
Yeah.
you know, SD Knack was doing that for a while, where he was just like, boom, 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 boom. Here's a new project.
RJ Payne.
Brett. Yeah, totally.
RJ Payne does
yeah,
that a
totally.
lot.
I
It's
feel like
good.
Rome Streets, who you know,
He's got a new album coming out with Ransom, I
Uh-huh.
think, next week or this week. You should probably listen
Really?
to that.
I mean, listen, that
it's going to be ridiculous.
I'm
here for it.
I'm a huge fan of DJ Muggs in general, but I felt like that Rome Streets and DJ Muggs album was like a cut above some of the other stuff he's done recently. That was amazing.
I only gave it the once through. I'm gonna have to revisit.
So there's a video, like a 32-minute video, that's literally a video for the entire album. That's on YouTube. You should check it out.
Word?
Yeah, it's
I'll
ridiculous.
be watching that
Say
on the
less,
ride home.
Yeah.
you know?
You guys need to get out of here so I can watch that now.
Yeah, it's really
All
good.
right.
Yeah, but is that a bad thing for people to flood the market like that?
I don't think so. I think that like either way is fine. You know, either way is fine and great. I think the only thing that's a problem is that you risk that some of the greatness of a project that you might drop
Might
may
get
be
missed.
overlooked if you drop another album a couple weeks later. Because in general, it just, I mean, me personally, it takes me a while to catch up on stuff.
Alchemist could be one of those people.
Alchemist has been a guy who's really flooded the market.
He
Apparently,
drops a
though,
lot
it's
of stuff with a lot of different people, and maybe if you're not,
What happened?
maybe if you're not into that person that he's working with on that said project,
miss
maybe
out on
you'll
that
like you'll
project,
just
yeah.
like, oh, I'll just wait till the next one, and then you'll miss some ill music out there.
What else is Muggs doing? He just did some shit with Crime Apple?
yeah, he did do a new joint with Crime Apple.
Do y'all fuck with him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And Crime Apple's doing big stuff with a individual from Boston, as a matter of fact.
Who's that?
Primo Prophet.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
No, you don't know about him? Primo Prophet is ill.
Yeah, he's busy?
He's an East Boston dude. He's been doing a lot of stuff with Crime Apple, and he put out an album with RLX. If you're
Okay.
familiar with that cat.
Yeah.
They put out an album called Manteca.
He's done some beats for Daniel's son, I believe, too.
Yeah. But yeah, Primo Prophet is ill. Y'all should definitely check him out. He did some work. He's friends with my man Chairman Chow, and they did some work before in the past. But he's an ill Colombian dude. They got a lot of cool
Primo Prophet.
Primo Prophet. Yeah.
All right.
Drew, you got like the boy's regular haircut going on right now, man.
Yeah.
It looks rather adorable.
Thanks, man.
Very handsome.
Yeah, I mean,
You know where I get this haircut though?
Supercuts?
I go to Dominican barbershops. I go to the Dominican barbershops. You know what I do though? I tell them not to touch the top. I'm like, just fade me up and line it up, but don't touch the top.
What was the last time you seen them?
I saw him like 2 weeks ago.
Pre-Pandeezy? What happened? What's going on with the beard?
Huh? Oh,
The mustache
beard.
is getting-
I do that myself.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
My nose itches just looking at you.
Yeah, no, for real though. Sometimes I be
Like-
thinking I got boogers, but it's just my mustache going up my nose.
Hey, listen, it's the burden we bear.
It is the burden.
Jelani, I mean, you can't see him right now, but he's got a...
I know your mustache is looking.
He's looking like Tom Selleck. He's
Yeah, word.
That's ultimately the goal, you know.
Yeah, it's
but
a little Burt
I
Reynolds.
think
of
right
you.
now it's a little Lando.
a little Lando, you know. He's
Yeah.
going for
Lando,
the
but I'm going for Burt.
You going full Burt?
I'm going for full Burt and full Thompson.
My guy.
Burt Reynolds.
I
Fucking,
support
who's
you
that other
100%.
guy?
He's sliding
who's the dude
across the
from
hood of
Roadhouse?
the car. Huh?
Sam Elliott? You don't want to go
Oh,
for
nah.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Sam-
Maybe I'll go a little Roger Murtaugh.
Sam Elliott mustache is on a whole nother level. You got
Yeah, that has its own ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I could pull that off, but
So Eagles.
But like, I got a mask on all day long, so nobody even knows it. You know.
Yeah.
It's only the inner circle.
Yeah.
There can be only one.
I just bought all 6 seasons of fucking The Highlander on.
Oh no shit!
Why is it not available to just view on television?
I mean, it might be, but I don't. I want to own it. I don't want to fuck
you.
with it. So it was $17.99 on Vudu.
Oh, that ain't bad.
So
for all of them,
for all 6 seasons,
That's a steal.
Come on,
give it to me, baby.
That show was tight, man.
Rick James style.
Yeah,
come on. You got fucking.
I know what you mean, though. Sometimes you just want to watch something whenever you want.
It's one of my favorite shows too. It's like I can just put that on the background. I'm good. Doesn't matter. I can see fucking Duncan fucking do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
I did that with the Transformers movie the other day.
Oh yeah,
Unicron.
Man, I forgot about the emotional weight.
Yo.
At the beginning, and I was just
it's
like,
heavy,
damn.
man. When Optimus Prime gets blasted like that, they blow his dude's chest out.
I was like, yo, they got him.
They got him.
He was like,
they rolled up on the block and blasted this fool.
He was like Baby G from Hardball. They just fucking took him out.
Dude, don't talk about that. They shouldn't have did G
did him
Baby.
dirty.
It was G Baby, not Baby G. It was G Baby. I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
But in Transformers, also, like 20 minutes later, when Megatron gets fucking put back together, and he just fucking lights up Starscream, like, like with the quickness. He's like, remember me, bitch? And he just like disintegrates him.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh my god, Starscream is gone.
Who else wants some? Huh?
Yo, it's
Anybody?
real. Yo, the movie was.
Anybody else want some?
The movie should have been PG-13.
It
You
should
got
have
the
been.
touch.
That's why they changed it for the G.I. Joe movie after that, because originally I think Flint dies. I mean, or like Duke.
Yeah,
originally,
Duke or Flint, yeah, one of them.
Originally in the movie, but after the Transformers thing happened and like so many people like had backlash, they
so
were
many
like,
children
They
cried.
were like, no, we can't kill
We
people.
can't do that.
No. But it would have been cool if they did.
Murk them.
The G.I. Joe movie was a lot. I think.
Not gooder?
Yeah, but it was just all over the place.
Yeah.
Because I believe that was one where Serpentor came up and all of his people came and Cobra Commander got turned back to a snake.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
the Transformers movie was way more linear. It was like, this is the storyline. This is how it works. This is Unicron.
Unicron's coming.
Yep.
This is Rodimus Prime now. You know, like
totally.
This is weird that we're bringing this up because last time I was here, YouTube has a G.I. Joe channel and they play G.I. Joe 24 hours a day.
I'll pull it up right now
live. And last time I was here, I think we watched a few episodes.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great.
I fucking love that show.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Hey,
what else?
Savio, what are you
listening
listening to these days?
Yeah.
What am I listening to?
Dipset?
I've been listening to a lot of Dipset. Yeah, you're right, man. I think
Ooh.
it's a good transition. I'm just a big fan. I got a tattoo now. I got a. I'm going for some real deep cuts. You know, going to some Jim Jones.
Okay.
You know, who doesn't like? Actually, I like one Jim Jones song.
Freaky Zeke.
There's one Jim Jones song I like. I'm not gonna front.
Yo, Dipset was deep.
Yo, I used to love
40 Cal, Hellrell, J.R. Ryder. These dudes were
J.R. Ryder
think
was
they
all
kicked him to
talented.
the curb.
All talented cats.
Didn't he have? Remember he used to do those mixtapes. He had like 100 of them, right?
Ryder's Hot. Yeah.
Jim Jones had one good song I liked. It was actually pretty recently too. I don't know. You know, we were talking about the Locks earlier. Oh, you know, I've been listening to a lot of Wu-Tang because I've been watching that Wu-Tang show.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wu-Tang show was fantastic. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't. No, everyone keeps telling me to peep it.
Man. I will say the first season, I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue what the fuck was going on. I had trouble figuring out who the characters were.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of like where they were going with it. And then by the end of the first season, I was like, oh, okay, I was starting to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
But it took a while to like marinate.
Yeah.
And then the second season now is just, it's fucking awesome.
Everyone tells me I got to check it out now.
It's really good. I think you'll like it,
I'm gonna
especially
peep
the second season.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. But, you know, I'm always listening to old shit. So, and then for new stuff, I just been listening to a lot of Daniel Son. Yeah. And those dudes. I like their shit a lot. Yeah. It's just my type of shit. And your shit I've been playing. And there was something else I was playing too that was pretty new.
What is it about Danielson? Like when you, because he's a new artist that's on the come up right now. Yeah, and he's clearly a guy who's got your attention. What is it like? If you could describe like a few words about what it is that he's doing.
Well, he reminds me of like the street shit from like the 90s and the 2000s, kind of not like the Dipset style, but just like kind of that grind. And then he's got like a really hard street style, and his whole crew kind of does too. And they're just in the beat selection is really good. Okay, that's another thing. I think a lot of these. Maybe I'm not into them, but like a lot of other rappers, I feel like their beat selection isn't as good. Yeah. And I can go through a whole album of his and just be like, okay,
every beat slaps.
Every beat's good. And then he works with a lot of producers, individually. You know what I mean? So he'll do a whole album with a dude here and there. And I think when you do that, you can kind of maybe make a more cohesive album, or like see your whole thing all the way through of like exactly how you want it to be.
Everybody take a sip when Vega says cohesive.
Cohesive.
Fourth time tonight he said that word.
That's right.
Sorry, hand me that thing. The Casamigos.
Oh. Yeah, I got to look further into this dude. I've heard a couple of his joints, but I haven't really like caught the wave yet. And I got to tell you, man, a lot of the artists that I listen to today are as a result of being put on to them by you, Vega.
Oh, look at that! Yeah. Look at that! There we go. Take there those flowers and smell them.
Boom. That's why we do this.
So even when you put me on to someone and I hear them once and I'm like, I don't get it, I'll still be like, all right, let me listen to like 2, 3, 4, 5 more songs and see if I get it.
I can say the same thing for you, Kung Fu Drew.
Yeah, that's
the both of you. You know what I mean?
What if I put you on to?
How about the whole conversations we were having earlier about the
you just put us on to some Mexican
the Mexican joints.
Oh man, I just put these dudes on the Food's Gone Wild.
I need to listen to that every morning when I wake up. Now, like I feel like that's going to be the new soundtrack to the streets.
Give me some, give me some, chon chon. Give me some. Ooh. Huh? We'll get into that later. That's a whole cultural phenomenon that's taking place. Those dudes are amazing.
Even like I remember years ago, back before it was like a real TV show, like you were telling me about the Black Jesus.
Oh yeah! On YouTube. Remember when we pulled up that Black Jesus?
The fly ass yeans.
Yeah, nice ass fly rockaway shit. Nice ass yeans.
Them fly ass yeans out here. Like before it was even a show.
Oh my god, those skits are so funny.
The N-word turtles. Yeah, remember we were watching those every week.
Oh my goodness, remember those? Dudes were dying.
Those are some of the best times of my life right there.
It's not just music, you know what I mean? Like culturally, I feel like we all like put each other on.
And like they came out on Monday nights too, and we'd be doing it.
Be like, so funny.
We'd be sitting there like,
couldn't wait for a new episode.
Like that snicker dick.
That dude was a genius.
But
talking about that fun size snicker dick.
That Halloween snicker dick. What you laughing at, huh?
So good.
Good old days, man.
So much gold.
But like I feel like that's like where we come from. Like even when we were younger, it'd be like, yo, you hear this tape? And it'd be like, let me borrow that. And it'd be like, I better get it back tomorrow. You know what I mean?
It's all about that word of mouth,
kind of mentality. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you got to listen to this. You got to peep this.
Yo, so much stuff, man. I remember being on, like, getting put onto Eminem through, like, a dub tape that was dubbed off a tape that was dubbed off a tape.
Oh, yeah.
And someone being like, check this dude out. He's going to be the next big thing. And listening to him for a year prior to him, a year and a half. And telling people, like, yo, this dude's going to be huge.
He's going to be something.
And then him blowing up. It's all about word of mouth. And I really do feel like that's the best way to spread your music these days. People are always talking about, you got to be on Instagram, you got to be on Twitter, you got to be on Facebook. Word of mouth is literally the best way
and you know what?
To spread your music.
You can see the Supervisor Friday, 6 p.m. Central Square?
Starlight Square, which is in Central Square.
Bang, bang.
Which is behind the graffiti alley. And you can hit me up on Instagram at Supervision Unlimited if you need me to help you find it.
That's what's up. That is what's up.
And you could find Savio Vega at the same place because he's going to be there with me.
Hell yeah.
I'll be there.
We're going to be peeping that show.
It's going down.
And if we get out of there early enough, maybe we'll slide up to the Paradise to go see what Oompa's up to.
Hell yeah. Yo, for a free
Is it
show.
at the Paradise?
It is, yeah. She's performing at the Paradise. Yeah.
All right, dude.
Her show is
that's
not
right
free.
down the street.
It's not far, yeah, exactly.
Right down the street. We can slide through.
You could literally just grab a 40 and walk. And by the time you get there, your 40 be done.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we got to wrap this show up because I got to go. I got to work tomorrow morning.
All right.
Well,
What do we want to...
I'm gonna play out something. I don't know. I'll play. We mentioned crime out.
Play us out. What does that mean?
To play you out?
Play us out.
Oh man, we got so much more good music to play.
I know.
Next week,
we got you. We are back, right?
Yeah,
that's the
we're
thing.
back.
He's like, what was that?
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Revelations. You keep doing the same shit, I'm doing me. All this outreach from people that I used to see. I've been doing it myself, what could you do for me? Feel like the whole world where my foreskin used to be. Whole hood in back of me, watch me defy gravity. You said I'm on top, just have a claw rock stackery. Reynolds rap shit in record time, now my line jumping. Came off the bench, now you laying in the pine, cousin. Yeezy back in Trump, cops killing babies. They putting my people in cages, Flint water still tainted. I put an ocean between us, everything ain't wavy. Still let a groupie rape me to the sweet sound of ukuleles. Used to waiting for excruciating periods. Now I write euphemisms for euthanasia, this flow Euphrates. 16 for a pastry, 24 for a Mercedes. Throwing that crazy fuck sticks, we all got your ladies. I was told dream modest, but I did not conform. On deck, I on a sleeve, fresh cap with the Molotov. Shooting movies on the same block, I was popping corn. Every red light, I think Triple X to Tashion. Whoa, got it straight out the wet dirt. Got it straight out the wet dirt. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I've been lapping motherfuckers, had to stretch first. Whoa, I got it straight out the wet dirt. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I've been lapping motherfuckers, had to stretch first. Got off the turnpike from Broadway, watching users shit themselves right in broad day. Hall of Fame from the hallway, the load I haul got haters emulating Salt Bay. Dutchess full of alpha cross, that powder talk. Some free merch, all it take to knock a coward off. These rappers ass, I can't vouch for y'all. Taking label meetings, feeling like I got my salad tossed. No hair dye, no leggings, fam. Rich crackers still incinerating pentagrams. Mothers mourn, placing faith into a reverend's hands. I was born, my pop started shaving extra grams. Behold death on a white horse. I never fold, never ran or took a night off. I got my stove clicking from the right sauce. Spiteful chickens wanna drain me of my life force. My pheromones make fashion over freaks feral. I palm an ass cheek and tell them we can see Palermo. My pen is like Panera, ceiling panoramic. Weed smelling like a ferret, got your plug embarrassed. Skip the carriage, Charles Schwab in a laundromat. I still employ discretion, this is more than rap. Bag of bitch looking like all the snacks. My calf muscle still brolic, who you callin' fat? I got it straight out the wet dirt. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I've been lapping motherfuckers, had to stretch first. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I got it straight out the wet dirt. I've been lapping motherfuckers, had to stretch first. Whoa.
Yes, but that's a kilo of coke.
How much is worth?
25,000.
Damn.
No, damn, that's them good, okay? Nah, I'm saying, this shit on the street is garbage. It's good. It's washed with acetone and kerosene. This is the best